You will agree with me. This is something that students always confuse. When they are told to write numbers in significant figures, sometimes they are asked to write numbers in decimal places. Most students confuse the two. Today I will help you understand the two. And when you come across a question like this, either asking significant figures or decimal places, you will not waste your time thinking. You already have the confidence of what the examiner is asking you to do. If they ask you to write in significant figures, you have the confidence. You know what is a significant figure. You will deeply understand the meaning of significant figures. If they ask you to write a number in decimal places, you already know what you are supposed to do. So, at the end of this lesson, not only will you understand significant figures and decimal places, you will also be able to save time. By understanding the two, you will save time. You know, in a math exam, you are supposed to save on time. Time management is very important. So when you understand such concept, and maybe the exam is asking you to do significant figures or decimal places, and you have the confidence and you already know what you are supposed to do, you go right away and do it. There is no time for thinking. You already know what you are supposed to do. So you will also save on time if you deeply understand this concept. Okay? So be with me up to the end of the lesson. Okay? Because you are going to understand the two, and also you can also, by following me up to the end of the lesson, you are even able to teach someone else about significant figures and decimal places. This platform is for helping students understand mathematics. There have been a narrative that mathematics is difficult. Mathematics is not difficult as long as you understand. You don't need to cram. It's not like theory. If you understand a concept, you can do any question. If you understand a concept of significant figures, you will do any question on significant figures. You don't need to cram a question that came 1995. You start perusing, this question came in 1995. No, that is not the way. The way to pass mathematics is not to go looking for questions that were done in 1995, in 2000, in 1800 BC. That will not help you. The way to understand mathematics is to deeply understand the concept. By going and looking for questions that were done in 1800 BC, that one may not help you. Let your goal be to understand the concept. Don't even go to calculation as long as you have not understood the concept. And the reason why you find yourself doing a question, failing a question this time, then the next time you are given the same question you fail, is because you don't understand the concept. You don't understand the concept. Please understand the concept, and that is what I am doing in this platform. I'm helping students understand the concept, not cramming a question. I will not do an example and tell you to cram that example. I want you to understand what it is. What is the concept? Even if they bring another question in another way, you are able to do it. So be with me up to the end of the lesson. I'm going to show you, I'm going to help you understand significant figures and also understand decimal places. Okay? Trust me up to the end of the lesson. Okay, don't confuse significant figures. First of all, I'm going to do a question, a decimal number. I will do a decimal number. I will do a decimal number. Be patient. Okay, this is a decimal number 0.0345, and also this is a decimal number 0.0345. This is a decimal number. You are told write the number in two significant figures. Here you are told to write the number in two decimal places. Please be with me. Listen, okay? Here you have been asked to write this number 0.0345 in two significant figures. Two significant figures. You have been told to write this number in two significant figures. And on the other side, you have been asked to write the number in two decimal places. I want to compare significant figures with decimal places so that you can understand, and also you know the difference, and also you have the confidence when tackling these questions. So write the number in two significant figures. 0.0345. Okay. You have been asked to write the number into two significant figures. 0.0345. The first zeros, the first zeros in significant figures, the first zeros, when you have a decimal number, the first zeros are not significant. The first zeros are not significant. Okay? So the first zeros are not significant. These are not significant. This one is not significant. The first, if a number is starting with zeros and it is a decimal number, the first zeros are not significant. They are not significant. Okay? So our significant figure starts where there is non-zero. Where there is a non-zero. Start here where there is 3. That is where our significant figure starts. So we have been told to write in two significant figures. So our significant figure starts here 1, 2. So we are writing two significant figures. So we get 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here we also look at, we have been told two significant figures, 3 and 4. So here we can see that the next number 5 is 5 is more than is 5. Okay, if this is 5, we add 1 here, because either it is 5 or more than 5, we always add 1 here. So you get 0.035, because you have added 1 there, because that is that is 5. Okay, so here write the number in two decimal places. Two decimal places. Here we don't look at we don't say that the first non-zero is not significant. Here everything is like it's considered. Everything is considered. So here the number into two decimal places is 0.03, because 4 has not reached 5, so we cannot add 1 here. So in two decimal places, we have our answer is 0.03. I hope you can understand. Compare the two and see the difference. Okay? See the difference. Compare the two and see the difference. Okay? Let me do another one so that you can understand. We are looking at decimal numbers. We are looking at decimal numbers. Please, I will be rubbing, so please note somewhere. Note somewhere so that we go together. We are comparing significant figures with decimal places so that you don't get confused. You don't get confused when you are given such a question. Okay, let's do another one on significant figure and decimal places. Let's do another one. Okay. This one we write it in three significant figures. This one, three decimal places. Okay, I want us to compare the two. Please note somewhere. I hope you are getting the insight. Okay, I want you to understand. Here we have been given this decimal number 0.4056. The reason why I'm using decimal number, most of the time students will confuse. When they are given decimal number, they are taught to write in significant figures. They confuse it with decimal places. So here we have 0.4056. We have been taught to write in three significant figures. And so here, three significant figures, we are going to count from where there is a non-zero. So we are starting from here, 4. So we count three significant figures. Okay? We count here from 4. So three significant, let's count 1, 2, 3. So 405. Those are our three significant figures. And because 6 is more than 5, we add 1 here. Okay? Something else I want you to note. When you have 0 between non-zeros, this is significant. When you have 0 between non-zero, this is significant. I said when your number starts with zeros, that is not significant. Okay? So that's where there is a difference between significant figures and decimal places. So here, this 0 is significant because it is between non-zeros. This is between non-zeros. So this 0 is significant because it is between non-zero. This 0 is insignificant. It's not significant because it is the one starting the number. These zeros that start are not significant. Let me use simple language. Okay? When you are starting with 0, this is not significant. When your decimal number starts with 0, this is not significant. You will count significant numbers from where there is a non-zero. Now we start here where there is a non-zero. 4, 0, 5. We have three significant figures. I hope you are with me up to that point. You can see the position of zeros for the zeros that are significant and the zeros that are not significant. So this 0 is significant because it's between non-zero. This 0 is not significant. Okay? In significant figure, if a decimal number start with 0, that is not significant. You will count significant figures from where there is a non-zero. So I hope you are with me up to that point. Here we have been asked to write this number 0.4056 in 3 significant figures. So we get 0.40. This we add 1 because the number after 5 is 6. Is 5 or more. If a number after 5 is 6 or is 5 or more, we add 1 here. I hope up to that point you understand. So if you write this in 3 significant figures, you will do like this. It will be 0.406. It will be 0.406. Now write this in 3 decimal places. 3 decimal places. Write this in 3 decimal places. Okay. .3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. So when you look at 6, it is more than 5 or 1. So you get 0.406. So here we get the same answer. We get the same answer. Here we get the same answer as 3 decimal places and 3 significant figures. I hope you have understood. Okay? Reason being, because the 0 here is significant. The 0 between the non-zero. We have gotten the same answer. But the process that we did do for 3 significant figures is not the same process that we used to do decimal places. I hope you have understood up to that point. And you just check the first question I did, and then you are going to understand as we. Please ask questions, comment. The way you can ask question is through, you have to comment, write something. Maybe you need clarification. There is a topic you are struggling with. You are welcome. Okay? There's something else I want to show you. So for significant figures, we deal with decimal numbers. We deal with decimal numbers and whole numbers. And for decimal places, we only deal with decimal. We only deal with decimal numbers. Okay? For significant figures, we deal with decimal numbers and whole numbers. For decimal places, we deal with only decimal numbers. So right now, I want to show you how to write whole numbers in significant figures. How to write whole numbers in significant figures. How to write whole